In World War II, the Nazis took over France and Great Britain was all by itself. Churchill quickly made a secret group of spies to fight back against the enemy and cause trouble for them. The earliest secret agents were sent to the enemy's territory. In August of 1941, Nazi soldiers took a woman to a cell and kept pushing her head into a bucket of water to find out who she was. The woman kept saying her name was Bridget. 3 months before that, in the Special Executive Offices of Special Operations in London, Christopher tells his boss Maurice Buckmaster that a spy was caught and killed because he had cigarettes from Britain with him. Vera Atkins quickly goes to the office. Churchill said it was okay for women to be spies and Atkins was sent to find attractive women who could work in France. At the same time, Virginia Hall, who is from America, was not allowed to work as a diplomat for her country because she has a wooden leg. She got her leg injured while hunting. Virginia had been wanting to work as a diplomat for a long time, but the United States didn't think someone with a wooden leg could do it. She has been living in Europe for a while and now works in an office in London, still hoping for a bigger opportunity. In the beginning of 1941, Virginia and Vera met each other by accident at a party. Vera was trying to find women to join a special club inside Britain's new Secret Service agency. They also recruited Noor Inayat Khan, who is a British citizen and Muslim Indian. She was born in Russia to an American mom and an Indian dad. Noor seems small and weak, but she can use a wireless radio to send secret messages in code really well. Even though she believes in being peaceful because of her Sufi beliefs, Vera thinks she could be a great spy if she has the chance. At a big house in Scotland, the new spies, both men and women, are taught how to do spying, cause chaos, and stay alive. Noor and Virginia share a room, but they only know each other's fake names, Madeline and Bridget. Virginia shows Noor her wooden leg, which she named Cuthbert. Virginia is really good at her training and gets to do harder stuff. When they put her head in water to see if she can handle being tortured, Virginia passes the test. Then she agrees to be the first woman spy. She will pretend to be an American journalist and be taken to a place where there are no enemy soldiers. Her job is to set up a place where other spies can get money, places to hide, and anything else they need. She will also give information to the Baker Street office about what life is like in France to help their agency. In September 1941, Virginia goes to Lyon, France. Her first person to talk to is Dr. Raoul Chevane. Agent Alphonse is already there working the wireless transmitter. Virginia has poison with her in case the Nazis catch her. When she meets Dr. Chevane for the first time, he tells her about a spy named James who broke his leg when he jumped out of a plane for his mission. James is hiding in a house in the countryside. Virginia goes to meet James and decides to bring him back to Britain. She first talks to Alphonse in a restaurant. But she makes a mistake and orders a gin on a Sunday, which is not allowed, and is stopped by authorities who ask to see her papers. Virginia starts to convince French people to join the resistance against the Germans. She also documents the new rules that the Germans are making the French follow, such as limiting how much food they can have and forcing them to give their farm products to the Germans. Women are not allowed to buy cigarettes, and Jewish people have to register where they live. She and Alphonse discover a place to land a plane and rescue the injured agent. Later, Atkins and Buckmaster discuss whether Noor should be sent to work as a wireless operator in the field. Finally, Noor is added to the team and will be on the same airplane as the injured agent. Noor says goodbye to her mother before leaving. While at home, Vera's mother Hilda sees her looking at the full moon and thinks that Vera misses her boyfriend who is a soldier who has gone missing. After a short time, Noor, codenamed Madeline, sends a signal to Virginia, codenamed Bridget, using a wireless radio. However, Noor is almost caught when she tries to leave the basement of the safe house where she was hiding. To find a new hiding place for their agents, Virginia offers Sister Frances more food coupons in exchange for access to a nunnery. During lunch, Virginia tells Dr. Chevane about Noor and asks to hide her in a basement. She also mentions how she lost her leg while hunting. Virginia is lucky to have some chocolate for dessert and receives soap as well, which are both considered luxuries in France at that time. Virginia is surprised by the strong dislike towards Jewish people and the Nazis' control over what the French know. After settling Noor in Chauvin's residence, Father Robert Alesche, known for his speeches against the Nazis, arrives and asks for Bridget's assistance. Bridget listens in on the talk between the priest and doctor and doubts the priest's honesty. At the same time, Vera faces difficulty with the British officials after they find out that she is a Romanian Jew. Buckmaster tells Vera that he still needs her even though England has declared war on Romania, Finland, and Hungary. However, Vera's citizenship papers are rejected. After the Pearl Harbor attack on December 7, 1941, the United States joins the war. Virginia's cover as an American reporter is exposed since Americans are not allowed in France anymore. Vera proposes a new identity for Virginia, with a different hairstyle and code name: Philomen. Father Alesche is allowed to communicate with London. Noor is moved to Paris. While on the train to her new mission, the train is halted and inspected, but the Nazis arrest a different woman instead. Virginia is doing very well in helping agents who pass through Lyon. She finds out about a supply line that the Nazis use, and decides to destroy a train that is transporting their supplies. Noor attempts to find a new safe place to stay, but when she reaches there, she finds out that a collaborator was arrested. The prostitutes present there advise her to leave the place. Noor hides among the graves, but she disappears when the Northern Circuit in Paris is infiltrated. Virginia, Alphonse, Agent Paul, and George, a local mechanic, work together to plant bombs on a train track. However, the police catch George and also confiscate their wireless communication device. The group left comes up with a plan to send George a wrench in a package, so he can break free from prison. Isabella brings the Monopoly game that contains the wrench, but the guards make her play the game before giving it to the prisoners, who then use it to escape. The group is trying to take the escaped prisoners to the abbey but is stopped by a Vichy policeman who aims his gun at them. They resist and end up killing the policeman before reaching the abbey to hide George and Paul. Noor meets a friend named Giselle who agrees to hide her for a few days. During that time, she contacts London. Noor decides to stay in France and help rebuild the Northern Circuit, instead of returning home. In November of 1942, more Nazis were present in Lyon. A Nazi officer named Klaus Barbie arrived and became interested in finding Philomen, the code name for Virginia. He told Father Robert Alesche, a double agent, to help him find her. Dr. Chavain gets a poster with Virginia's picture that Nazis used to find her. He warns Virginia to take the train south to avoid being caught. Later, Chavain is arrested and subjected to torture. Alphonse is discovered and killed by the Nazis in a public area. Virginia gets on a train to Perpignan. Unfortunately, Giselle's husband informs the Nazis about Noor for financial gain, and as a result, Noor is taken into custody. The Nazis have Noor's secret code book and start sending messages pretending to be her. When the British receive the transmission, a wireless receiver named Leo Marx thinks it's suspicious because the message is too perfect. Buckmaster chooses to proceed with the plan to send agents by parachute to the location given by the Nazis. Virginia is given the address of a safe place to stay close to the border with Spain. Then she has to walk 35 miles across the mountains. As Virginia journeys to Spain, she faces difficulties with her leg and experiences great pain. However, the replacement agents are caught by the Gestapo. Meanwhile, Noor is moved from her current prison to a concentration camp in Dachau. Virginia, aided by her guide, successfully crosses the Pyrenees Mountains into Spain. She returns to England and meets with Buckmaster and Atkins. She expresses her dissatisfaction with the F Section's inability to safeguard their agents, and overloading multiple agents on a single wireless operator. She wants to go back to France, but she can't because her real name is known to the Germans. Vera is blamed for giving permission to Father Robert Alesche, who was actually a spy working for the Nazis. Vera asks for her legal documents and rightful position. She thinks she is treated unfairly because of her Jewish background. In January 1944, Vera's achievements are acknowledged, and she is given a uniform and citizenship papers. Later, Buckmaster summons her to a meeting where she is asked to instruct the OSS colleagues, including Wild Bill Donovan, on their techniques of spying and sabotage. Virginia is now employed as a wireless operator for the Americans in Britain. Atkins requests that Virginia join her to give a message to Noor's mother explaining that Noor was a hero but was executed in a concentration camp. Virginia gets a promotion in the OSS and is sent back to France before the Jedburgh teams to continue their mission. When the war ends, Vera, Virginia, and Noor are all honored and receive decorations for their service.